you need to be thinking like much longer, and you need to be thinking about what are trends that are going to last for the next decade or 2 decades or 3 decades. And so when I think about that, um, you think about what's changing more macro in the world. You think about what are new generations caring about? What are they interested in? And so when I think about some of the consequences of that in some of the areas that I'm investing in, it's things like, consumers are taking health into their own hands a lot more than they were before.
Mhm.
Now, why are they doing this? I think there's several reasons. One is it's hard to get a doctor appointment. Um, Secondly, is they may or may not trust doctors or trust the established medical community as much as they used to. Third is it's gotten super expensive. To participate in the medical field in any way, shape, or form. And then fourth is they have a device in their hands that make them feel smart about what they how they should be taking their health into their own hands, right, wrong, or indifferent, that's happening. And so,
Mhm.
underneath, so that is a trend, and that's a trend that will continue. I mean, I'm confident that's going to be a trend for the next decade or 2 decades. I don't see, all of a sudden, there being big, decreases in healthcare costs or things like that. And so, because of that, I'm looking at things underneath there, such as like gut health, women's health. I think the gut microbiome is something that is here to stay and will be for a long time. Women's health, other areas that are, health related, products that they could benefit people outside of their doctor appointments. So that's one area. Other areas I'm looking at things like antiquated models. Like think of consumer products that have been around for a long, long time, have not been improved upon or revised upon in like decades or even a century. Those are areas that are ripe for invention. And so that's one area to look. And if you see something that's been iterated on a million times over the past 3 years, there may be less to squeeze out there. But in some of these other categories, there could be more. The third area is the environment. I think that the environment is for younger generations particularly, but for everyone, is becoming a bigger and bigger determinant of what they're buying. And so that's something that I think about. And then fourth one is pet as humans. So
Huh.
treating your kids like the same way you treat your pets, or treat your pets even better than your kids. Like that is a trend, and I think that's going to continue too. You look at how long that trend's been or that pendulum has been swinging. It's like the past 50 years. So will that continue? I think it probably will for the next 10 to 20. So anyway, those are just a few examples, but those are the kinds of areas I look at.